You said something about the National Guard and the paratroopers.
Oh, yes, that came at about 9-something that night.
Okay. What happened?
Too much. I was hoping that you could get the other interviewers to,
Okay, I'm getting your take on it.
Okay, so. What happened is police engaged military over me.
Armed combat or just...
Armed combat.
So the police were fighting the military paratroopers?
No, they were not fighting the paratroopers, they were fighting me, and they were trying to get the military to do the same.
Okay.
And the military was helping me, basically. I know it sounds implausible, but just try to get the records.
Yeah, I'm just getting your testimony, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm looking at an entire paragraph here, but I'm trying to wrap it up into a short statement. Who was the one that was praying to Allah?
Oh, I didn't pray to Allah. I said, Allah's Allah, Allah's the military. For we are Allah. We are the military. We control life and death. That was because you have to use every single language that you know for God to express that they need to back the hell out of their situation. And we need to assume command and get these children out of here because you guys have been trying to threaten them with death.
Okay. And then you mentioned something about the British Code of Conduct.
Oh, that was a stalling effort because there was no other way for me to actually not engage in hostilities with these authorities because they were actually trying to hurt an officer and myself, and they cut off our exit route.
Okay.
This was a very, very serious incident.
This happened all in one day?
This happened in one day, and there's much more, but this is that day.
Okay, and the incident happened on U.S. federal property?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it did because it's a designated as a federal installation, right? Because as it flies a flag, and it's a few other things, and it gives federal money, right?
Right. Okay, and they didn't read you your Miranda rights?
I read them their Geneva Convention rights, and I told them about the Miranda rights.
Okay.
And I did arrest a few people.
What'd you do with them?
The police released them as soon as they got there.
Okay.
Well, as soon as the military came through, they would actually sift through the whole crowd and release everyone without getting statements.
Okay. And who drew their weapons on you?
A lot of people.
Okay. How did JAG get involved?
JAG was trying to basically get me apprehended, and all he was doing was going around and being very belligerent and not listening to me.
Okay, which branch was it?
I'm not sure if it was Navy or Air Force, but since there's a Hale Air Force Base, I thought he'd probably be Air Force.
Okay. And
he had a completely white uniform. Does that help any?
Okay, a completely white uniform would probably be Navy.
Okay.
Air Force wears blue uniforms. Back in the 90s, I was in the Air Force, so they wore blue uniforms or
Alright, so he's Navy?
Okay, so
there's Navy around here? Yeah, I guess there would be, maybe.
Okay. Talk about the GPS coordinates.
Oh, right. I just said get the goddamn GPS coordinates because I was fully intending to execute the code of conduct at that point, because if I was going to die and everyone else knew that there was a severe injustice being perpetrated against myself and those children, we might as well take out as many as we can, because it was that bad, and there was more than 10 people against me as far as police officers go. So I said, okay, call in the airstrike. Get the goddamn GPS coordinates and call in that motherfucking airstrike.
Okay. And at the end of it all, you said people were ordered to sign statements.
Oh, yes, and they were also threatened several weeks later, too.
Okay.
And I can...
What kind of statements were they signing?
I have no idea because I was not allowed to view them.
Were they coerced or did they voluntarily do it?
Very coerced.
Okay.
Very
How
high
are they
duress.
coerced?
Guns.
Okay. Pistols, machine guns?
Both.
Okay.
For me, machine gun, most of them had a pistol.
And who was holding the machine guns and pistols?
One person was he looked like he was military for me, and I still didn't sign. I just didn't...
What kind of uniform was he wearing?
He was wearing I think it was green.
Green.
That guy was
camouflage
green.
battle dress uniform.
The regular camouflage.
Did he have the MP logo on his arm, or did
no?
Okay. Did he have tactical gear on, like a helmet and?
Oh, he had a helmet
and a harness.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
But later that night, I had a person who was basically all in black, like a black fine cloth kind of.
Okay.
And I know he had some kind of vest on too.
Okay.
Underneath.
All right. Thank you very much.